Hi everyone, welcome back to the sports breakdown once again. So this is Pawan. ආයිත් මං ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් තවත් match එකක් ශ්‍රී ලංකා පෙරදුනා ඊයේ. ඉතින් ඔස්ට්‍රේලියාත් එක්ක I'm sorry I had to do a delay, but I'll make this a bit short. I'll make a bit short because once again disappointing performance by Sri Lanka overall. I mean the only positive in this series has only been Pathum Nissanka and the bowlers. That's it. ඉතින් මට කියන්න වැඩක් නැහැ ගැන. මං හිතන්නේ අනිත් බැට්ස්මන්ලා හරියට perform කරලා නැහැ Australia conditions. අපි දන්නවා it's a bouncy pitch, bouncing track. Obviously it's not going to obviously hit with the bat, I mean middle the bat when it's a full length or a good length. Obviously they're going to struggle because I mean generally in Australia with the bounce, if you try to even play a cover drive shot, if you play that up, you can get caught by the field. If you try to attempt a single and try to play it out, if you find the fielder, you can get it out. So I think මට නම් මාර කනගාටු වෙනවා මේ performance එක ශ්‍රී ලංකාව. මම දන්නේ මේ ධනුෂ්ක ගුණතිලක මොකද කරන්න කියලා මේ series එකේ. I'm speechless. I don't have anything to say. And ආයිත් චෛත් අසලංකේ number 4 ගහනවා ආයිත්. I mean, again, Chait Asalanka shuffling places. Number 3, number 4. Number 3, number 4. I don't know, man. I mean, this team is very, very talented. Sri Lanka team is very talented. But the issue is, I mean, the selection. Especially the selection and especially this batting order. I think by now we need a new coach. Because this is not solving. I mean, an interim coach. It doesn't matter if Indian fans are scolding, Pakistan fans are scolding, New Zealand fans are thinking Sri Lanka is down right now in cricket. West Indies fans, commentators, that's okay. Tell whatever you want. Tell Sri Lanka is in Uganda stand. I mean, is par with Uganda, par with Afghanistan. Don't try to frustrate with Sri Lanka cricket over here. If India wants to play with under 19 team, let that happen. Let that happen. If they think Sri Lanka is a joke, then think like that. It doesn't matter for us. As Sri Lankan fans, it doesn't matter for us. We don't care. We stick with this team. There needs to be some changes. There is some talent. There is some promising talent to be seen. The thing is with the Sri Lanka Cricket Board and the selectors. It's not the players. Don't blame the players. I mean, some of the players need to be questioned, not blamed. Need to be questioned of their shot selection. But 100% can't be just blamed from the players, in my opinion. I topic එකට එන්නම්. So Sri Lanka managed to score 139 for 8. ඉතින් 139 විකට් 8යි ශ්‍රී ලංකා හම්බුනේ. ඉතින් Pathum Nissanka is a very very good sign. මම හිතන්නේ යා හොඳ ක්‍රීඩකයෙක්. මට හිතා ගන්න බෑ යා IPL කොහමද යාට contract එකක් හම්බුනේ නැත්තේ කියලා. හැබැයි මම හිතන්නේ යා future player කෙනෙක්. From day one I have been supporting Pathum Nissanka to play all 3 formats. Mickey Arthur even saw that potential from Pathum Nissanka and it's paying dividends in my opinion. So එයා හොඳට ගැව්වා. කුසල් මෙන්ඩිස් මං හිතන්නේ ඕපන් කරන්න ඕන. මම දන්නේ මොකද ධනුෂ්ක ගුණතිලක actually is doing in this side. Please go. I don't know what he's doing. And මම හැම තිස්සෙම කියනවා ජනිත් ලියනගේට ගහන්න කියලා මේ opportunity එකක් දෙන්න. හැබැයි Sri Lanka selectors are not listening to the fans. They're not listening to with Russell Arnold. They're not listening to Sanat Jayasuriya, former chief selector. So I'm not going to discuss about Janit Liyanage being in this 11. So forget about that. Oh. Dasun Shanaka has been a bit promising in this series, in my opinion. Definitely not top 5 cricketers. Definitely not. But still, Dasun Shanaka has showed some promise in this series. Mage top 5 players Denta is Pathum Nissanka, Banidu Hasaranga, Binura Fernando, Charit Asalanka maybe he's not promised in this series, but I feel he's a top 5 player for me, and Mahesh Tikshana. Chamika doesn't come in that category. I'm sorry, he misses out. He's in 6th, but yeah. I mean, still Chamika honde effort kara 14 of 7, 1-4-1-6, but I'm not been impressed with Chamika. I mean, with his batting throughout this series, 2020 series. There's a question mark being questioned. හැබැයි මම හිතන්නේ චරිත අසලංකාරයට consistent ගහලා නැත්තේ is because I mean he's been shuffled to number 3, number 4, number 3, number 4. He's ideal to play at number 3. That's how it worked in the 2020 World Cup. So if they're not doing that, then I don't have anything to say. Anyways, Australia didn't play a second field side. Please don't say that Australia played with a second field side just because they dropped Mitchell Stark and they dropped I think they dropped Josh Hazelwood and Mitchell Stark for Jhye Richardson and Kane Richardson. Yes. How are you saying, guys, that Australia are playing a second field side, please? Just for 2 changes, I mean, they still have Aaron Finch as captain. ඒගොල්ලෝ තාම ඇස්ටන් එක ඕපන් කරන. ඉතින් ඒක වෙන්නේ ඉතින් that's they are experimenting. That doesn't mean that they are not playing a first field second field team. This is ridiculous, you know. I mean, මම හිතන්නේ I mean Ben McDermott came because David Warner and Mitchell Marsh weren't available. Okay, I know that, but still, how can you say this is not a Australian? I mean, why you guys are saying that this is Australia B team? It's a question mark, right? They are experimenting the side. They have quality players still. You cannot say this is Australia's second side. I mean, okay, I'm telling that Sri Lanka have a strong side, but then Jeffrey Van der Sar won't play in the strongest playing 11. Wanindu Hasaranga, Avishka Fernando won't be playing. So like that, the same problems are happening with Australia, but they're just experimenting. This is not, you guys can't just specifically say this is Australia's second team's side. I'll question on that. I'll definitely question on that, in my opinion. So yeah, because we don't have Wanindu Hasaranga, he's COVID. We don't have Ramesh Mendis. We don't have Binura Fernando. We don't have Avishka Fernando now. 3 months injured now. He's not going to play for 3 to 6 months apparently. එයා ආබාධයක් හම්බ වෙලා තියෙනවා අවිෂ්ක ෆර්නෑන්ඩෝ. ඉතින් එයා ගහන්නේ දැන් එයාට knee injury එකක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒකත් loss එකක්, but I don't anyways this is good for the Sri Lanka team. I mean, especially in 2020s without Avishka. 50, I think Avishka is suited for 50 over. In my opinion, Avishka is suited for 50 over. Otherwise, he should open in 2020s and that's it. He shouldn't be playing at number 3, number 4 like that. No way. And he's talking about the Australia bowling. I mean, Daniel Sams only bowled 2 overs. Okay, fair enough. I mean, Jhye Richardson, we've seen him how he performed in Perth Scorchers. So how can you say that Jhye Richardson is in the second Australia B team, please? Because he played in the Ashes. Jhye Richardson. Yeah, and Kane Richardson, meanwhile, he's also played for so many years in the Big Bash League. So how are you guys saying that this is the Australia B team playing in Sri Lanka? This is a joke, right? Ashton Agar has always been part of the Australia 2020 team for the last 2 or 3 years. They're just experimenting. This is not Australia B team that Sri Lanka is facing right now. Yeah, but anyways, back to the chase. So I mean, මං හිතන්නේ Maxwell උතුන්නට බෝල් කරෙත් නෑ. 0 for 21 2 overs. We expected much more from Maxwell, but apparently he got expensive. Standout bowler for me මං හිතන්නේ is Jhye Richardson, මගේ අදහස නම්. So coming to the Australia batting order, so Ashton Agar, they're experimenting him to bat with McDermott. That's okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I mean, so both of them opened, and yeah, I mean, Kumara did deliver good. I mean, Lasith Malinga's advice has worked, I think, for Lahiru Kumara. I think Lasith Malinga should always be his consultant coach. Very impressed with Lahiru Kumara, 2 for 20 through 4 overs. No one's talking about Lahiru Kumara's highlights. Always dead bowling issue. He didn't finish this match, he didn't finish that match. I get it. Even I criticize Lahiru Kumara. Yes, I also told. But we also need to see his positive side also, no guys? I mean, Lahiru Kumara, at least yesterday was some sort of a positive in my opinion. We should take always the positives, not the negatives of Sri Lanka cricket. At least talk about the positives, then they'll improve. They'll groom and improve. But what are the Sri Lanka fans thinking? Always want to talk about the negatives. So does the team also grow? When the fans are being negative, do you think the team also will grow in the first place? That is what I'm trying to say right now. So මම හිතන්නේ ලහිරු කුමාර හොඳට බෝල් කරා මං හිතන්නේ all 4 overs. That's why we should plan and execute that bowler properly. For if he's not good in the death overs, then bowl him in the middle overs. See, he utilized his 4 overs nicely yesterday, Lahiru Kumar, in my opinion. 2 for 20 through 4 overs, 5.50 economy. Mahesh Dixon හොඳ බෝල් කරා. ඒව තමයි. You need to know the weakness of a bowler and don't bowl him at that point. Bowl him before that. And I think Dasun Shanaka did absolute good job, even though they lost the match in my opinion. Still, I feel it's that 4th bowler. We didn't have a Wanindu Hasaranga. අපිට Wanindu Hasaranga එක හිටියා නම් මං හිතන්නේ මේ මැච් එක දිනන්න තිබ්බා. මං හිතන්නේ Jeffrey Van der Sar, I told once again he's the weak link. No Ramesh Mendis, no Wanindu Hasaranga. Jeffrey Van der Sar is useless. We should have a Praveen Jayawickrama at least. I told in Australia conditions he won't be suitable. I told he won't be consistent, and I'm spot on with that. Chamika Karunaratne, I always question his bowling, his full lengths, where he bowls accurately. He doesn't bowl, so I know that with experience. I know Chamika is not consistent always. So that's the question. Yeah, and හොඳ win එකක් ඔස්ට්‍රේලියාට. I mean, brilliant. I mean, nothing else. See Rahul Kumara, seeing him in the graphics was the best performance bowlers is good to see. I mean, short lengths, short of good length. So ඒක හොඳයි පේන්න. ඉතින් I mean Sri Lanka not bad. I mean 10 runs, 15 runs. I mean, we didn't have Hasaranga even, our best player. So I can't really critique this match yesterday. We lost him for COVID. Unfortunately, we don't have Binura Fernando. If we had those two, I think we would have won this match anyways. So, මම ගොඩක් හිතන්නේ මේ match එකේ ගොඩක් Chamir is a bit of a concern. I mean, he should perform a bit better in Australia conditions. But otherwise, I'm okay. I mean, we lost. I know that. Again, we lost a match. It doesn't matter. We are still improving. So, but the latest update is that Avishka Fernando, දැන් මාස 3ක් නැති වේවි. 3 to 6 months he might miss due to an injury. ඉතින් එයා surgery undergo වෙනවා surgery එකක්. ඉතින් ඒක ලේසි වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් එයාට කකුලේ මොකද වෙලා ආබාධයක්. ඉතින් අවිෂ්ක ෆර්නැන්ඩෝ out. Ramesh Mendis with injured. එයා ආබාධයක්. නුවන් තිෂාරත් ආබාධයක්. Binura Fernando and Warindu Hasaranga got COVID. So looking at the 5th 2020, there's not much hopes. I feel like it could be a whitewash for Australia. I mean 4 days only. I mean for us also to face India, right? So not big expectations from the Sri Lanka team. I hope at least they'll win one match at least in the India match. I feel we might suffer a whitewash against Australia. I mean, yeah, it could derail our confidence, but I hope these boys will bounce back. Disappointed a bit, very disappointed, especially the second 2020. But yeah, I mean, we lost very key players due to COVID. I mean, Warindu Hasaranga was there. I think this could have been a different story yesterday. So we can't be critical only on just one player. It's just a team's performance, and let Indian fans, Pakistan fans say anything they want, West Indies fans, New Zealand fans, South Africa fans. You guys go and critique Sri Lanka cricket. Doesn't matter. You critique Sri Lanka cricket because you know in the past that Sri Lanka cricket has done well. So we take it on that note. There should be some sort of, I mean, there is a downfall, I know that, but I mean, there are some ups as well. So we'll see about the positives rather than the negatives and bounce back in the next match at least. If we win 2020, that will be great against Australia. We'll see what happens at the MCG tomorrow, and then look forward to the Thursday's match at Dharmasala. So that's it from Pawan from the Sports Breakdown. Thank you so much. Well done to Australia once again. Congratulations to Australia, and I think man of the match was Glenn Maxwell. Yeah, he scored a good 48 of 39. So good to see him in form as well. So that's it from the Sports Breakdown. Thank you so much, guys. Well done to Australia once again. They are leading 4-0 in this 5-match 2020 series. So thank you so much, and see you in the next video.